Okay, what's up guys, this is Jay here, and today I'm gonna have an episode review for Dragon Ball Super for episode 47. I haven't been doing the reviews for arc 1, 2, or 3 because I wasn't really feeling it or doing it, but now that this new arc, it's it's amazing, and it's to take a turn in the show, and I hope you guys like it. So let's get started. So first part, it's gonna be clean, no spoilers, and the second part will be spoilers. I will tell you when that's gonna be happening. So this first part, you'll see future Trunks, which is not a big spoiler because if you've been watching Dragon Ball, if you've been online or anything, you know that future Trunks came back. So you see future Trunks, and you see him. I'm gonna say you see him talking to his mother Bulma, and they're talking about time travel because that's what he's been doing, time travel. And then it'll change to how you see pretty much Goku, Piccolo, and all that. Just all of them just training with each other because that's what they do to train. And so this show changed a lot in this one episode because it was mostly lighthearted in the past arcs. It was just more being having lighthearted fun, taking the jumper arc and all that stuff. It was just them having fun, fighting, just just being themselves who they love. You know how Goku is. He wants to be the very strongest. He wants to test himself against the strongest. And so that's what this mostly been about. So you see Trunks, and then you see this nice turn in the show when it's like this dark figure. And right now, that's all I can really tell you about this without spoiling it, because really there's no way for me to tell you, or at least me to tell you without spoiling it. So now, right now, as you see Goku beating Goku and he's down, it's complete and utter spoilers. Now let's go. So when we first start this episode, what we see is Trunks just running like as fast as he could, and then as he's sneaking around this destruction all around, this destroyed city, and we don't know exactly what's going on. This starts off exactly like this confusing dark, and we see this shadow. Now we don't know what this shadow is, but we see it as it's running through the clouds or mist or dust, whatever it is running through. It looks like mist, probably dust, but it's really dark, and it's throwing this like lightning coming around it and all that stuff. All we see is this Trunks just running as fast as he can, and you see this. So my first question is like, what is this? What's going on? As obviously I already know because I heard all the previews and all this stuff and what's going on and what arc is and all that stuff. But people who don't know this, you're probably asking like, what is happening? Why this building gets blown up? What's going on? Who's this character whose name's Trunks? And just what is going on? What is the destruction that we see? So this is all this was happening in the very first part when it very first starts, and this is all that we see. And so it stays like this, and then we see Trunks as he comes somewhere, as he comes to this place, and he's he goes into this place, and we don't know exactly what it is, but as it changes, it goes back to a place like, I want to sit here and just like, so you think of what this shadow is, what is it going to do, why is it destroying everything, who's this guy, what's going on, and just what the hell is happening? Like, why is it starting off just like this? Like, what? And so then after that, we see is this blue stuff, which I already presumed that it was the fuel that you needed for time. Then we see this woman with blue hair working on it, experimenting, whatever she's doing. And as you guys who do watch Dragon Ball, this woman is Bulma. And as we see her studying, working hard on whatever she is, we don't exactly know what she is. What we're assuming is just the time machine, the fuel we need to time travel back. She knows that Trunks has arrived, and we see Trunks, saying that, like, see him down, saying like, she says, like, don't make the train charge. And he said, we can go back and I'm coming with you as well. Like, you see under that, and then you see an explosion. The explosion comes out of nowhere, destroying everything around them. And as Trunks and Bulma look up and see, and rising from the dust, you see the dark, shadowy figure that we saw before. Now you still don't know what this figure is, but as you know, it grabs Bulma by the throat or by the shirt, however you want to say, and she's telling Trunks to leave her, just leave her. And as you see, if she's telling Trunks to just run away, we must presume that this figure is stronger, way stronger than Trunks is, or future Trunks. And so we're saying, what is going on? And we see Trunks saying no, because he's looking at his mom like he doesn't want to leave her, because that's his mother. And she's telling him to stay going, so he's about to go and leave. But before he turns around and leaves, you see her surrounded by this darkness. And after that, she disintegrates, and she's right in front of Trunks' eyes. Now, right now, I'd probably be traumatized. And so he gets up, crying and mourning over his mother, running away from the explosion as he sees, and that's what happens. And that's what we see. This is how this whole entire episode is playing out. Dark, mysterious. It's like, what is going on? It's like, this just really hyped me up. Like, I'm ready for the next episode to come out. I'm just ready for the next episode to come out this next week. If you want to watch it on subs, just look it up, like, on Saturday or whatever. You see that. But this episode itself is just a change of pace of how this show is going. So what we see next is it changes to the present time, or timeline, I guess you could say. And we see Goku inviting Piccolo over to help him train, or what people just think was harvesting, which actually turned out to be extra training. And this train because they both want to get better legs and all that stuff. And Piccolo's surprised. And then Krillin shows up and says, "I'm surprised that he's here. Shouldn't he be with Vegeta?" As you see Vegeta and Goku here in training. So Goku instantly used instant transformation to find Vegeta and go train with Beerus and Whis. And what we pretty thought that was training was just them appearing to eat ramen, which was kind of ironic. How the main thing what happened was Goku brought some cabbage, and then he's like, "What? You should eat this." Some other stuff. So, "Oh, you also brought ramen?" And when we saw that scene, I thought that was actually just training, but really they're just about to eat the ramen. Which I had no idea that he had brought ramen too. Which I don't even know how. But yeah, that's Toriyama magic. But after that, it changes back to the dark pace that was going on in the beginning of the show, which was Future Trunks' timeline. And so we see we see him giving her the news that his mother just died. He's crying. So she gave him some food, and he's like, "You should eat too," like showing his curiosity. After that, we see some flashbacks of how when Vegeta was fighting Cell, and Goku died from taking Cell from King Kai's planet, that whole entire story. And so they decide to leave and hurry up and just go back to the past. So you see them coming out, and then they're sneaking around. He's like, he can now sense my ki, because he can tell that this darkness can now sense his ki. And you see this wind lightning come from down. You see the wind come through Trunks' hair, and he's looking like he's here. And then so he jumps up with his sword, flies. He hits the ki blast, and it goes between the splits apart, and then they collide with the sword. Sword flings out of his Trunks' hand. She says, "I'll be the decoy," and says no, but she goes ahead, and then she goes after this darkness, this black figure that we don't know what it is. And then she gets hit by a ki blast, goes flying to the air, and Trunks just rushes over to her. This right here kind of remind me of Future Gohan scene first turned Super Saiyan off. And it's like he's mad. He's probably gonna turn Super Saiyan or something, but he didn't. And so we look up, and what we see is this black figure slowly scrolling up in the sphere. And that's what they call Black Goku, or Goku Black. And this was, well, if you've never seen this show before, you'd be like, "Wait, what is this? What?" And so that's what we saw, and that was surprising. Kind of ended right there for that part of the future timeline. So to wait to next week to see what happens next. But we know that Trunks makes it to the past or the present for us, and we're like, what I'm waiting to see is how Kid Trunks is gonna react to Future Trunks, or if Future Trunks is gonna show himself to Kid Trunks. That is something that fans want to see, what we need to see. I just want to know how that's gonna end. So that'll be it today, guys. This review wasn't really all that great, I guess. But I'll try to get better at making reviews, more detailed and stuff like that. But thanks for watching this. Hope you like, comment, subscribe, and just stick with me until I get better at this. So see you next time. Zenkai out.